Hello and welcome back to FDTV. We are back with another episode of Transfer Frenzy, and today we are going to discuss Manchester United. Manchester United can clearly attack, with the likes of Rashford, Cavani, and Martial leading the charge.
On the other hand, the defense, not so much, is a totally different story. Harry Maguire, Eric Bailey, Lindelof, all proving to be unreliable, and United really need to invest in defense, Ali, if they really want to put down another title challenge next season.
So, with that in mind, today we are going to discuss top options for Manchester United, which United can target for their defense in the next transfer market.
So, without further ado, let's get into it.
First option on my list is Nico Elvedi. The 24-year-old Swiss international has been a phenomenal defender. United needs someone who's competent and is a leader at the back. Elvedi provides exactly that, and he fits that criteria perfectly to work under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's system at Manchester United. He made 2.7 intersections and 2.1 tackles per 90 for the past two seasons. With that being said, he also managed a rating of 7.1 in the last 200 appearances. And Elvedi is an old school defender who is more concerned with defending rather than attack. With a few summer departures at United, the transfer can be made a possibility.
Now, Ali, my choice starting from there is Jean Taubedo. A lot of people might not have heard of him, but he's a great defender and international for France at under 21. He's on loan at Ligue 1 side currently Nice, and he's on loan from none other than Barcelona. Now, he's a promising center back who is available and versatile, and he can do a ton of stuff. You might also be wondering what he's doing in midfield sometimes, but that's part of his game. You talked about old school, but this is as new school as you're going to get. Defender who's also been used to playing in midfield. The guy is crazy. When you really look at it, he never feels out of place, even if he's in defense or whether he's in midfield. So he's a young player who's got a lot of tenacity if you really want to see it. And one thing, since we're talking about United, he actually had a trial at United and they ended up rejecting him. Guess they must be ruining their luck now, since he's one of the defenders that they really should be going after. So with about 2 tackles per game and then about 1.5 interception per 90, the guy has amazing stats this season. It's crazy to see how he's developing. Still at such a young age, there's a lot of room to grow. He's been showing glimpses of that with the 90% plus passing accuracy. The guy has been absolutely phenomenal for Nice. And Barcelona, though they want him back, I might be guessing that he's going to be ending up somewhere else by the end of the season. He's a highly coveted target across Europe already, and that's the one thing that United really need. Someone who is quick on their feet, really good in defense, but then also can venture forward and connect the defense with the midfield, so the midfield can then go ahead and launch the attack. We already know how good the midfield for United is.
Next up on the list we have Martin Hinteregger, the Austrian centre back who is playing for Eintracht Frankfurt at the moment. Liverpool were linked with the defender back in the summer of 2018, but they rejected the move because of other options. Hinteregger has been very consistent for the last 250 appearances he has made for the club. He has kept a clean sheet in every third game he has played. He's a very old school defender, a very mature defender on the ball. The defender has already racked up 1.5 tackles and 2.3 intersections per 90 for the past season. They have a good defender in Maguire, but he needs someone to complement at the back. And with Hinteregger and his mere price tag of 30 million, they can find just that.
My second choice today, and our fourth recommendation today, guys, is a guy hailing from another team that you might be very familiar with, since at the top of everyone's lips, Sevilla. The guy's name is Jules Koundé. The guy's been phenomenal for Sevilla this season, absolutely stunning at the back and even better at the front when you see how much he's performing and inputting into the actual attack of the game as well. This season, Koundé has actually stepped up a notch and really relished in the role of a ball-playing defender. Let's get to the numbers. Though he only has about 0.6 tackles this season with about 1.1 interception per 90, you really need to see that he's not such a player who's going to give you those sort of numbers when you look at the stats. He's a person who's actually at the right place at the right time, defending like an old school person. His positional play is absolutely phenomenal. When you really get into the game and see how he's playing, he doesn't have to make the tackles because he's in a position to actually change the way the attacker is playing. That's where I feel like he's going to be a good fit at United. Whether he's actually playing alongside with Maguire, or whether he's playing alongside of Lindelof, he would be a game changer for them. With reports already suggesting that United are actually in the market for the 60 million rated defender, is not a bad shout. With the knack of the spectacular now and then, United would not be actually hurting for goals or would not be leaking goals for that matter with Koundé on the team.
The next option on my list is Ibrahim Konate, the 21-year-old French centre-back who is playing his trade at RB Leipzig. Under the leadership of Julian Nagelsmann, the defender has really matured and has outshined Dayot Upamecano, who went to Bayern Munich recently. In Ole's system, the attack is very flexible, but United fail to do the basics in defense. Ibrahim Konate hardly makes a mistake. He can solve the defensive problems of many European giants, such as Juventus, Arsenal, Manchester United, even Chelsea. United needs someone who can deal with aerial threat. Harry Maguire is good aerially, but he needs to complement someone who can match his prowess when it comes to defending set pieces, and Ibrahim Konate provides just that. The youngster is currently valued at 50 million, and United can make the purchase with a few sales in the coming summer.
Alright, let's wrap it up now. My last choice that I want to put forward to you guys is a very young centre back. Actually, he's the youngest on our list today. The 20-year-old is also from France. See, surprise, surprise, I'm actually listing all three defenders from France. My last one is Mohamed Simakan. The guy has been absolutely tremendous. There are same objectives that I'm applying to every one of these defenders, but that's true. All of them are actually amazing right now, and none of them, if they switch over to a big team, would, instead of hurting, would actually help them and take them to the next level. So the 20-year-old defender has actually made over 44 appearances for Strasbourg across all competition in Europe, and none of them has actually been bad. The guy has been statistically tremendous. He's actually regarded as one of the best young defenders in Europe right now, with the top clubs actually vying for him and actually wanting to get him on their team. And the reason I know so much about him is actually because Milan targeted him, and because of his injury this season, they actually ended up going for Timore. Since he's very young right now, there's still a lot of room for improvement, which a big team like United can actually help him get to that next level, and I really see the next Vidic in him. I know it's a big praise from coming from your side, comparing him to Vidic, but I do feel that this guy has what it takes, and it can absolutely take the place of the next great United defender. Alright, so this wraps up our today's episode for Transfer Frenzy, and if you feel like we missed out on someone that you feel like could really help United at the back, feel free to leave a comment down below. We'd be happy to go over and actually see what you guys have to say.
Please like and subscribe to our channel, watch our recent podcast. We will be back with another episode for Transfer Frenzy. This has been a crazy week when it comes to football. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Till then, FDTV out. Take care.